Welcome to the Counters store. We sell counters here. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Xaereth Prevails. Today we're going to talk about counters you need for this current 5v5 season. The Great Mothers are treacherous and ugly, and we've got to delete them if we possibly can. And it's going to be down to... There's only a few teams that can beat them. Honestly, guys, it's an insane meta right now. So, huge shout out to my patrons. They're not insane. They're amazing, actually. Thank you guys so much for your support. I truly couldn't do this without you. Thank you guys so much. I already said that, but you deserve it twice. That's how much you deserve. Not 3 times, though. Never 3 times. Folks, if you want to support this channel for free, all you gotta do is hit that thumbs up button, like, subscribe, comment. Let's mount that algorithm. Well, the mounting's still... so good. It is really just impressive. So, alright, there's gonna be timestamps for this video, folks, so check those out. Of course, the first one we're gonna do is, and I didn't get any video footage from anyone else, because no one sent me anything, and, I'm enraged by it. I'm incensed. I am accepting of it. So these are battles that I took, that I accomplished. I did it. And we did have a really good science stream, but there's probably going to be a few that are missing for this season, but hopefully this helps. We have Mon Mothma using a somewhat standard Mothma team, except there's no Kyle Katarn here, no Cara Dune. We do have Lotion. We're not using the Lotion CRON, we're using the POW CRON against a Leia team with the Sabine CRON. And it's a little bit scary. So let's check it out here. The Sabine CRON at this time is letting her take a turn every time I take a turn. So, Leia does her thing. One of the nice things about using Rex here is we put daze on everyone. And then POW is doing a lot of damage with his POW CRON, of course. And we just want to take out Sabine as quickly as we can, because she's frustrating and stupid. And now let's just hit Leia. One of the frustrating things about this, I mean, it's okay, but a lot of times previously when you use POW, he doesn't reduce his cooldowns to 0 every turn because Leia stops that. But that's okay. We don't need it, apparently. We kind of want him to do basics, in fact. So because he does extra damage on his basic. And that's what his CRON is all about. You thought it was the hokey pokey, but it's actually just extra damage on basic, as it turns out. So, let's not kill Kenobi until we have to, but because they're all dazed, they didn't get any turns. And Captain Rex and POW are, and Lotion, they're all very strong. It takes a while to kill Drogon, but full 75. Now, we failed this fight here, folks, with Supreme Leader Kylo, and what I'm told is you need to do you need to not do AoEs. No AoEs, because they always hit you back. I've done Supreme Leader Kylo in 3v3 with Crew Lead, and it works fine. With Kenobi, well, this doesn't work in TW, but it does work here. You need something to dispel Morgan's taunt, and then you need to just have Ahsoka chop her face off. We also have Plo here to help us with extra damage and stuff. And okay, so the Great Mothers are gone, which is wonderful. Of course, my opponent has all of the cool new stuff. I don't have those things, but eventually we'll have them. I mean, I have them. They're all 3 stars. Gear 11, yeah, but just take out Organ, I guess, next, and then take out whoever. I mean, Spirit's kind of a nice target here to take out, if I'm being honest. Let's take out Spirit, please. Please, sir. I want Spirit to die, and then I don't care what you do, guys. Go climb a tree if you want. I don't know how that helps with the counter, but I don't care. So, got the full banners. This one was crazy because I couldn't beat this with anything, guys. I used Bane and lost. I used Malicos and lost. People were like, yeah, Malicos works really nice here. I used all kinds of awesome teams. They all got deleted. Decided to throw in AdRad with the K2SO CRON, and of course the really strong, it's got like the level 6 for Jyn Erso, because it has her name in it. And obviously you can see we don't have like a full, we don't have the POW CRON, it's nothing too crazy, but yeah, these guys are all Relic 9. They're all, all the Omicrons, all the nonsense. It's scary. It's already deleted. Full teams. I was honestly thinking we might not clear here. And then we decided, and by we, I mean I, decided to use AdRad here. Just do some AoEs here and there, if you so choose. The nice thing is they're gaining a lot of exposes, so you get the AoE, you get his ult, and it just deletes everyone. Woo, so nice, man. Feels good. And we still haven't killed Queen Amidala. We need an AoE. Of course she heals herself because she's immune to healing immune, but then we were able to delete her with an AoE. And now we're gonna speed things up to like 400% speed, because the team that just deleted the whole Queen Amidala team can't kill the decoy for like a minute or more. It's honestly a little impressive and embarrassing at the same time. And Echo's like, I don't know what I'm doing here. I really don't know what happened to get me here, but I don't appreciate this fish and his droid friend doing these horrible things to me in the decoy. But we're like, oh, complaint logged, sir. Alright, so I had used Malicos already, and that meant we can't use a Cere team to kill Rey and Jedi Master Luke. We're using a Datacron. The only distinction on this team in particular is we're using a Datacron that it has the stun level 6. So we're going to be trying to stun lock people. I'm a little awkward at it still, so no judgment, or at least silent judgment, okay? But yeah, so you can stun Chewie, you can't stun Han, and you can't stun Nest yet until Chewie dies. But you can stun Ben. It's a good time. Just trying to decide exactly. Okay, let's get him into damage immunity. Let's get Han into damage immunity so that they're just available for death as soon as we can. And I guess let's get Rey into damage immunity as well if we can. There we go. Oh, hey, look at that. It's Mr. Available for Death Chewie over here. And Jedi Master Luke is holding his own. Pretty good. He's doing good. Now remember, we don't have anything that denies revives, and so like killing Ben with Cal won't really work. Like he'll just come back if we're not careful. So we're probably just gonna target Nest with Cal, and we'll keep the other two stun locked. And at this point, we kind of have it on autopilot. We still have 3 minutes. We should be okay. I kind of fast forwarded between her ult. Oh, there we go. We did an AoE and just casually killed Nest. That was fun. And then if we wanted to kill Kylo, we could, but remember, we need to be able to... He'll revive if our leader takes a turn. I took Jolie here because I thought maybe he'd be reviving some, but apparently old man Luke can hold his own against Rey sometimes. So, alright, yeah, we're looking at this. Who's going to take the next turn? And it looks like Rey and then of course, our lead. So, let's just stun him if we can. Oh, we killed him anyways. That's fine, apparently. And now let's take her out. Oh, look at that. Just smacked right down. Alright, this one is awkward. This one is... And I think you could just use Supreme Leader Kylo here, guys. Or a few different Galactic Legends. But I had so much struggle against that Queen Amidala team that I only had, say, the Eternal Emperor left. So what we're doing here, what they're doing is ramping the crit damage on their attackers by a whole lot. And I'm trying to just kill Traya plus someone. Alright, that's the goal here. Kill Traya plus someone. And I decided to link Lord Vader because I wanted him to be taking a lot of turns. So instead of, I think we can game this a little bit more, but I don't have a video to show it, so I'm going to tell you about it. So people who aren't listening to this are going to just hopefully get screwed. Here's the thing. I think what you want to actually be doing is hitting Asajj and have Asajj get a bunch of turn meter, and that's how you build your ultimate meter. Not relying on Lord Vader taking a lot of turns. I know that can work, but if you just hit Asajj, he'll take another turn, he'll get a lot of turn meter, and it's just going to grow your ultimate bar. And it occurred to me after the fact of making this, of fighting this, that that's what we should have done. But I clearly just didn't realize that. Now, we're playing with fire here, folks, because they're about to do a lot of crazy damage here, and we're out of characters, and so I make this crazy decision to swap who I'm linking, and because if we kill Traya, then this team is easy to clean up. So we kill them, and then instant death. So then you can clean up with whatever you want, guys, with whatever you want. So congratulations, we got the kill. Now we're using Night Sisters with the Asajj level 9, I believe, and it just gives her like turn meter, I think, or something like that. It doesn't really matter. We're facing this. I think it's an attacker CRON team with. I mean, they do okay, but. I mean, I have both Omicrons, and we're just the tenacity up is nice for them, but Asajj she gets a lot of turns in this build, and we're able to dispel it quite a bit. And of course, we're ramping damage as they kill poor old zombie, and we're dispelling things because Asajj is taking lots of turns. Because I think she takes turns every time someone stuns or something like that. So we're just kind of biding our time. Let's ramp a little bit. I mean, it's Night Sisters. As long as they don't kill us, then we're fine here. And that's basically what the target is here. We're just biding our time. And eventually, someone just succumbs to sadness and dies. It's wonderful. Holdo is left feeling inadequate as a tank, as she should. So here, let's fast forward this. But if you use the Wampa attacker CRON against current Grievous squad, you can see we almost died. It was kind of close there, kind of close before we actually got a turn, but we did indeed swat down this. It's an attacker CRON Grievous, so he's doing 2 attacks each time. It's a little bit scary, but you can see we've gained all the momentum we need now. We can do this, and it's nice. They don't have Droidica here to annoy us. There we go, 68. All right, this one I was a little bit excited about. We're using Cassian here, we're using a support CRON, and we don't have any of the special fancy stuff. Like we have Scarab Rebel Pathfinder there. I mean, everyone is relicked, of course, because this is a big account that I have. But we're facing a Qui-Gon team, and they do have a really good Jedi CRON across the board. But I needed a team. Like I said, we've been hemorrhaging good teams, folks. We need some kind of weird, cheap thing. And so I decided, I was like, okay, let's use a support CRON. It'll super turbo boost Kyle Katarn. As long as he lives, we should be able to destroy things. So we have 2 good tanks. Well, 2 passable tanks. They're okay. And 2 supports who are going to supercharge everyone. And essentially, we just hope that Kyle lives. Which, yeah, oh man, he got kind of close to dying there, didn't he? But he's alive, so we're good. We're fine. No problem here, obviously. Why would you think there was a problem here, guys? How dare you? I don't know if this is like super consistent, folks, if we're just being honest, but I was fairly proud of this. And like I said, I'm just trying to show you guys some counters that worked for me. Hopefully it works for you, trying to get information out that makes it work. Makes it work. There we go. Kyle Katarn just casually swatting down Eeth like he was a separatist or something. He was like, dude, now I know the power of the separatists. I know what they felt like when they destroyed Eeth. So there we go, 61. Pretty soon we're going to switch. Oh, in fact, we just did. Okay, so we're on my alt now, guys. And so we're facing a guy who put a minimum amount of Datacrons down. He had better mods than me. He had way better relics. He's 4 million more GP than me. A little bit less amazing comps and teams and all that. No shade on him, like seriously, no shade. But I did want to show you guys a few things. Like this is one of the reasons Datacrons are really strong, and you can actually win this without the Sabine Cron. But I was like, I may as well just use it. So Sabine takes a turn every time they go because it's a bonus turn thing, and we're just gonna wait. Like eventually at the start, Kat does her big hit and kills someone, and then Bo-Katan revives them. So that's the one Omicron that we have on Bo-Katan, and now we're just biding our time, waiting to get through Kenobi. There we go. Let's go into poop stance. There we go. Try to do some AOE's and stuff. I was doing the basics so that I could get more hits, so we could get more whistling birds. And you'll note, look at their bonus protection, folks, or their protection up. And when we have the opportunity with Mando, that they have too many stacks, except for Kenobi, which he just friggin' died to our to our whistling birds. That's amazing. I don't know how many other Kenobis would die like that, but his did, and it felt good. Now, again, this is one of those counters that I've talked about a lot, and people still don't believe me that it's consistent. Of course, this is against a smaller account. Well, I mean, that's a big account. It's actually almost the same size as my main account, but, you know, we're facing, look at this, it's Relic 9 on Boosh. It's not, and I'm indifferently modded. I guess Mara Jade's well modded. Like, the good characters are well modded, if we're being honest. If I'm not being too egotistical here. But this counter does work, folks. I mean, there are certain Datacrons that are going to throw a hitch in it, of course, but this still works. And he doesn't have a great Datacron. He has... It looked kind of scary from the top, but then he hadn't done any rerolls, and it wasn't actually that good. So, I mean, I'm not trying to just imply that we're just way better because we have Datacrons, but I mean, that's kind of what happens, and that is a little bit what I'm implying. Now, I decided to leave Scando hanging out there. Oh yeah, let's get the Star Destroyer going, because Jabba's like a little bit close to death, sort of. And I left Scando there because every time Palpatine does a basic here, he's gaining a bunch of turn meter based off of how many total characters have shock. And so we just want Scando there. He's just kind of a turn meter battery right now. But like we may as well leave him around until it's time to barbecue yonder hut. And the poor guy can't seem to get a turn. He almost had enough turn meter, but then we were able to get stagger on him. I don't know how you stagger a creature like that. Like he's just sitting there. Can you stagger someone who's sitting down, who's just plopped on down? All right, and this is just fun. I don't know, guys. What's the world without a little bit of fun? I just wanted... This is one of my favorite counters of all time. Is it the most difficult to make happen? Probably not, but it is a lot of fun. So I'm deciding who I want to increase cooldowns for. I decided Ben, because he does a lot of obnoxious cooldown things. And then Barriss is keeping everyone alive. And so hitting Rey and trying to get her into damage immunity is not going to do anything here. So what we need is some rocks from Malicos. There we go. He killed everyone. Wonderful. Well, everyone on the right-hand side there, including Barriss. Barriss and the person who called her the VIP. So now we have L3 that we have to hit a little bit. We have to survive this ult, but we're doing okay. We're doing okay here. Let's try to charge up Malicos if we need it. And again, they didn't have a great Datacron or anything, but this is just one of my favorite counters, guys. And then I think the last one is I think my favorite team lately, folks. I've been saying it for over a year probably at this point, but I really enjoy the next team we use. AdRad. Once again, our Lord and Savior. We do have the CRON here. We have it with Relic 5, so we can use it. We're facing Gungans. They don't have a Datacron, and that probably means this only works against somewhat bad frogs, honestly. Because it still gets real sketchy, as you'll see. But I wanted to open your eyes to the possibility that this sort of thing can actually work. And in fact, maybe we could make this team a little stronger, or like make one of the teams a little more dense. I don't have Lotion on this team, no Luthen, or on this roster, but we do have Saw on defense, and that's actually what got a hold on this account, and we won the match. But one way or another, yeah, you can see AdRad is almost dead. He has Death Mark on him, and we just gotta pop the ult. The problem is, of course, they don't have protection suppression here available, but we can maybe hit their shield generator a little bit. We're all shocked and dazed, and it's a whole huge mess, but we did finally kill that stupid generator. And Pow is the one that's keeping them all alive, right? Like that's what's going on, is Pow kept him all alive. Of course, now he's dead, but the good news is the generator is gone, which means they don't get permanent death anymore against us. Like that's one of the things that their attackers do, is they cause permanent death, like non-revivable death, if you are using if you have the shield generator. But once the shield generator goes, then it's death is impermanent, which is nice. It's a nice sentiment, right? But you'll note I'm not passing turn meter to AdRad because he's got shock on him, and when he's got shock, there's no point in trying, because it's a turn meter thing. It's giving him turn meter. It's not swapping turn meter. It's just giving him turn meter, so it doesn't really work. And you can see we did a crit, and hey, Pow's back, and he can say things like Sakala and all kinds of. Like, he probably just says that, if we're being realistic. He might be able to say more, but it's kind of like your friend's baby who says, like, one kind of impressive thing, but when you push them to say more things, they just keep saying that thing, and it becomes unimpressive, and in fact, rather dumb after a while. But you have to smile and pretend like their baby's cute and impressive, even so. So, yeah, we killed the jowled one, and, I mean, yeah, hit auto. We're 22 seconds left. It's sketch. It got sketch. But that's it, folks. That's all for the counters. Go like and subscribe and comment if you liked the video. I hope this helps you. Let me know if there are other counters that are easier in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching, and remember that in all things, Xerath prevails. And I hope so do you. Take care, folks.